Okay. Hi, welcome to Flourish with Floria. First authentic, positive conversation. And it is also my first time bringing a guest on the show. So this is another huge stepping stone for me as I am learning. And George is here. We'll wait a few minutes, but I wanted to make sure that we're early, and I'm going to make sure that I can actually see what is going on my phone so that I have two devices going.
I'm trying to watch, like, to share it as a watch party too.
Okay. Sharing it as a watch party while we are doing a live.
The live party, so I can share it on my page.
Ah,
But
technology is amazing.
and it changed, like the idea behind it always change. So sometimes you get used to something, and all of a sudden you have to deal with something else.
Yes, I see. I just liked your.
That's perfect. Like if we don't like each other, it starts with us first.
This
It's a
is
good habit.
incredible
It's a good habit.
technology.
It's a good habit to develop.
Yes, and actually on Instagram Live, when I was inviting fans to join us, I said, "Hey, we're going to have really inspired conversation, but you might have a few laughs as
So
well. You might
it's
have a few laughs as
it's
well."
yeah, makes sense when it is like so much authentic. Like people, they don't like to see like the commercial side
Yes,
of things anymore. They want
that's right.
to see, yeah, authentic people doing authentic things. And yeah, that's the best part that we can do.
Yes, it is. And you know how much I love inspired conversations. It is so much fun and rejuvenating. And we can have inspired conversations on a whole range of topics.
Talks, yeah. Like I believe every single one, we already have so much information. We have information as the size of a library that we can
Yes,
share. And just by sharing, you never know who can benefit and what moment of what you are sharing will change someone's life. Because going back to my own life, this is how I had those aha moments, but they happened in just like in 1 second or a fraction
yes,
of second. So so people who inspired me at that moment, maybe they don't remember what they have said or they have done to me or whatever they have shared with me, but that moment literally changed my life. It shifted my life to something else. So I believe every single one, they have so much information, they have so much wisdom to share, and yeah, and it seems that we have some technical issues with Floria. We're waiting for Floria to come back. And so today we're going to talk about authentic conversations. It's just a conversation between Floria and I about business, about money, about success, about mindset, about habits. So many things. I just discovered them lately. Um,
So
Welcome back.
we were booted out for a while,
It is, I think, like your competition are doing something.
and
I'm just kidding.
but we're back on now. And let me check to make sure that on the broadcast, yes, on the broadcast it is also there. And hey, Pasquale, salut, from Italy. Hope
Hello,
you are
hello.
well and healthy. Everyone is healthy. So, welcome to this awesome first authentic, inspired, positive conversation. And I am thrilled to have my first guest, a dear friend, right here. And I'm also, as you can tell, I'm also checking on my phone to make sure everything is working out on the other side. So that's why I am really giddy because I am thinking, nice. Um, so it is fantastic. Thanks, Pasquale. And I would love to see if anyone else is here. Give us a thumbs up. Love seeing who is out there. And this is my first time having a guest on live stream. So many firsts. And so let me I want to wait a couple of minutes before I officially introduce George, just so that people can hear and get to know George. Yeah, so those of you who know me and you have heard that on Monday I celebrated my day 300 of my appreciation online. I've had so much fun. It's amazing journey to be sharing with you. Of course, you know I have written my appreciation journal for many years. So this wasn't the first time. However, it was the first time I shared it online with you. And it was a huge opportunity for us to share this journey and have fun, for you to get to know me a bit more and see me in meditation, see me in walking, dancing, traveling. And I've shared all of that. And it's so hard to believe that another 2 months, it will be a year. So it's fantastic. And I'm really thrilled to be here and have shared this journey with you. So to celebrate the day 300, I launched this new group called Flourish with Floria, where I will share and teach secrets to a positive mindset, and so, which is very near and dear to my heart. And George Hanna, I let me introduce George Hanna, a dear friend, colleague who helps and works with businesses, business owners on the marketing side, online marketing, and taking your courses online. So George and I have had numerous conversations about mindset. And last week when we were meeting, he shared some details about when we first met. And I said, when I started the group the other day while I was walking, I said, George, people need to hear this from George. And because we were having so much fun. So I'll let you introduce yourself, George, first.
Thank you so much, Floria. Very happy to be here. And congratulations on your milestone. You have done so much to yourself and to our community as well. So I work with businesses as you mentioned, and I help them mostly with sales, marketing, and making profit. But the most importantly, what I'm embedding in my coaching and teaching, I'm embedding so much of the human mind, the human emotions, how we function as a human being in the first place. Because I believe once people and entrepreneurs, they understand this concept, they understand that kind of foundation, they become limitless. They can unleash the God power within us. So this is what I do. This is what I focus, and I hope at some point that I can impact so many lives, me and the community that I work with, so we can spread the importance of being a human in the first place before we do business, before we do anything, before we do a job, before we do a career, before we create a family. We should know and notice how we can deal with each other on the human level.
Awesome. And you know how much I love emotions
True.
because for so long, emotions were poo pooed, that emotions don't belong in business, at the workplace, on Wall Street, on Bay Street. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Every decision is
Just
made based on emotions. And just this morning, I was having a client meeting where I said, emotions are key. And that sets the tone for our mindset.
it is true.
So we need to be aware.
Very, 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 very true. Like I heard about emotions, I heard about feelings before, I heard about mindset, but I've never understood the importance or how they function on me as a person first place. So that knowledge, I was blind like of that knowledge. So now, like I was lucky that like my level of awareness changed a little bit in the last 4 years, because they've been like in here for forever. But for me to
So I
notice
want
those
to
kinds,
ask you, sorry,
yeah,
my apologies. I thought it was the ending and there is a lag. So my apologies to you, George. My apologies to our audience.
no,
So,
yeah, please go ahead.
so when we were speaking last week and how you were saying that your awareness has increased and you have become so much more aware. And of course, you have an MBA, Master's in Business Administration. And we were talking, and you said when you first met me, and you thought I was crazy. And I love that.
Yeah. So I remember like we met the first time like 10 years ago around 2010, I believe, like during networking events here in Halifax. And at that time, I was struggling about results, about mindset, how to be positive, how I always like feel I have a, like anger within me, but I don't know how to express my negative thinking, negative emotions, my anger, my madness. I know they are like inside me, but I cannot release them outside. At least for me to feel relaxed and to get that burden outside me. All people that I have met at that time, they were talking about being positive, be positive. And what I understood from those people, that being positive, just repeat, I will be positive. I am happy. I am positive. And that led me to something like to more madness, to more negative thinking. And I said, like, what the heck, like, is going on with those people? Like, they advise you on being positive, and there is no path. They don't tell you how. So I started to ask those people, like, tell me, like, what should I do step by step to be positive? And at that time, I met you in one of the networking events in Halifax, and you said, like, I teach positive thinking and positive mindset. I said, no way, like, this is the last thing I
She's
want
the
to do in
crazy
network.
one.
I go to a network event in the hope that maybe I can make a connection with someone to make a deal down the road, but not to meet someone who does the positive mindset. I said, all right, so let's see how to deal with that. And I like now I understand what happened exactly, because when you dislike someone, it's not about that someone, it's about you, what is inside you. So now I understand it better, like what it happens, like every single event that happened in my life, I understand it way better right now. But at that time, I didn't understand it, and I didn't know how to apply this positivity on my in my life. So when I came across you, I said, like, this is the last one I have to deal with, and all the
And
rage
she got
or
to
the
find
hate.
you.
But yeah, I said, and you were the opposite. Like I was smiling, but inside me, I feel I have
Oh, I
this
knew. I knew.
tense negative emotions. And when I see someone literally is happy from inside, like the way I when I met you, first I met you, I become like more like like crazier. I
I
become
know.
yeah, more mad. Like, why those people, they have they understand a secret, but that I don't. So that led me almost like for 4 years or 6 years just to seek the answers myself.
Excellent point. And I know that to our audience, I know it, George, because I have studied this, researched this for many years. So I can tell when I say I teach positive mindset, people say, oh, yes, my cat is calling me. I need to go. That is how they feel if they are not on the same level. And they say, yeah, gotta go. There is somebody over there I need to go and say hi to. So I understand that. I totally know that it is important and to become more self-aware. And I can't change anybody unless they choose, like you did, you on your own. No, but if I came and forced you and say, "Come on, George, you need to work with me. You need to tap into that anger."
And this is what we do. This is what we do as an entrepreneur. We create a solution and we start enforcing that solution on other people, on our clients. And this is where the suppression happens, and the tense happens, and the stress happens. This is what you see in the insurance, in the real estate, in every single industry, in the car industry, and every single industry who rely so much on sales, rely so much on numbers. They focus so much on pushing products, on pushing the solution on their clients, instead of thinking, how should I help those clients change something, so my solution becomes like no brainer for them not to come and get it, as a path, as a process to get the result they want to get in first place.
So tell me, George, you had just at that time you had just graduated from your MBA and from your master's, and this redhead woman with a funny accent says, "I teach positivity."
And yeah, so you teach positivity, and I just like get what I got. I got just the opposite, and now I understand that everything that happens in my life is the reflection of what it happens inside me, especially in this box that's called subconscious mind. I've never understand what subconscious mind means. I'd never understand, like, literally what is the connection between the subconscious mind, like our mind, and the habits that we do, the ritual that we do on daily basis. So I didn't have any of that knowledge. And for some reason, because when back in school, when I was in school, I didn't like school in the first place. And therefore, I didn't like any course that is related to biology or chemistry or physics that could at least teach you something about the subconscious mind, how we function as a human being. So for me, like those kinds, like positive mindset. When I hear mindset, I connect that back to biology, back to school. I said like, this is not me. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to learn about that. I want, like, I am an entrepreneur. I want to do some business. I want to create some money, like everything that I want to do in my life. But I didn't understand that the foundation is that kind of mindset, is the subconscious mind, the emotion, the feeling, understand how we function on the human level, and the business is
So
just an extension of that.
yes. So I always say that um, our emotions is not subconscious mind. We like to get rid of it, but it is very much part of our day-to-day mindset, attitude, and our experiences.
We
It
have both
isn't
anyways.
subconscious.
We have the negative and we have the positive, and where you put your focus, you put your energy. Most likely
Okay.
we tend to put our focus on the negative, because this is the function of the subconscious mind. The function of the subconscious mind is to protect our body, and to protect our body it focuses and it stores everything negative, so it to prevent us from
So
experiencing the
it is
same
more like
in the future.
what our fear and the protection, or what sometimes people call in psychology, it is called the ego. So
Yeah.
this is why they were our protection, the fear, flight and fear of in the times when we were doing hunting and coming across bears and lions, they and wolves, they that was very helpful. But now going to the mindset and how you, as someone who had graduated, because you have masters and I didn't, how did that impact you at that moment? You thought, hey, I just graduated. What do you know? I
Actually,
know more than you do.
yeah, I graduated in 2007, and in a culture like I grew up in Lebanon, and I graduated with my MBA in Lebanon in 2007 before I moved to Canada, like permanently. So in the culture that we have, that you go to school, you get a degree, and now you are set for life. So it means that once you graduate from university, especially with MBA or PhD or and all those titles that you can get at a college or university, you think that you are set for life. You are set for knowledge. You are set for actions. You are set for everything. Now you can go and apply what you have learned, and life is going to be happy. It's going to be easy, and this is the way that you're going to live for the next maybe 60 or 80 years of your life. So that was the shocking moment, that when I graduated, I like the university or the college, they give you the impression that they're going to teach you, they're going to share something with you, but they do actually what I believe is just the opposite.
Well,
They do just like a fraction of what they give you the impression of.
and incidentally, so the fact is, university education is very important and
It is.
teaches us so much. It's, to me, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just last week, someone who is an engineering program here in Halifax said to me, Gloria, you should be teaching at university. You should be, do you have a teaching degree? I said, no, I don't. And they said, but you should be a teacher. I said, but I am a teacher. I do teach. And they said, no, 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 at university. I said, but that is not where I am teaching and not where I intend to be, but it is, I'm happy to teach at a university level, but, and the person said, I wish I had heard all of this when I first started like 3 years ago. Now that I'm already in the program so much and all that. So it is, the person thought they're in engineering. They are, and the person is very, very smart and intelligent. but uh, these concepts of critical thinking and managing and taking initiative and mindset, these are so foreign.
Like
Critical thinking is not just a course.
the problem with our education system is three things. This is what I have discovered, or this is how I saw what had happened with me, or at least with the people that I discussed the same topic with them. The take the university, for instance. When you go to university, they say you're going to graduate as an engineer, meaning that we're going to give you all the knowledge that you need. We're going to give you all the experience and technologies that you need to be successful, and we're going to give you the soft skills, so you can be like successful in your career. But what they end up giving you, they giving you just like small portion of knowledge, small portion of technologies and experience, and sometimes like no experience, just like information, and a little bit like very, very small, tiny bit of soft skills like mindset and the things that we should be learning from like kindergarten, not waiting until the university to learn about those kind of soft skills. So this is the issue of our education system. They give you the impression that give you everything, and you think, yes, I am set for life, and then you go and you start hitting all those walls. And sometimes it takes you, like it took me almost like 15 years to understand that it wasn't enough what I had at the university.
Now, we're coming close to the 30-minute mark. So I want in the last 5 minutes or so, take the time to say, okay, and you know me, I don't diss, as I say, or talk negative about any particular area or anything. I keep always focusing on the positive side, where I would like to be, how I like to move forward, because that is where our power lies. And we can't even look at something that we don't like and still maintain that positive mindset. So that is how I look at life. And I consistently bring myself, even when I veer off or have some thoughts, oh, I really don't like that. I say, great. Now I know what I don't like. Come back to the center. So I keep always bringing myself back
That's
to
very
that
powerful.
center.
Yes.
So that's where people feel inspired, I believe, and where they will feel empowered. Now, you have said that you, in the last few years, have gained greater self awareness. On a scale of 1 to 10, you've gone to 100 even. Would you
Just
say that?
yeah, I used to have a like an aha moment every maybe 5 years or 10 years. Now I have aha moments every single day, because the way I deal with my life becomes like totally different. I know
Yes.
I have to acquire knowledge every single day. I have to evolve every single day. I have to grow every single day. I have to experience. I have to serve. I have to teach. I have to share every single day, and it becomes kind of like part of my routine. So
Mhm.
like those kind of things that I have discovered maybe lately in my life. This is what I focus on with like when I deal with my clients, or I deal with the friends or family, or with my life in general. So this kind of awareness, maybe it took me like almost like 37 years to get to that point. Talking like about the like we tend to talk so much about the negative thing that happens in our life, and have to go back to the center, to the like to find like a middle ground. But spending like 37 years in this negative way of thinking, it's still like a little bit challenging to bring myself back to the center. So now I know I'm more aware to bring myself in to the center itself. When it happens, it still happens. I'm still like a human being. And but the most importantly, what happens right now, I am more aware of everything that is happening in my life, either on the negative or the positive side of it.
Excellent, which is fantastic. And as a result of that change, shift in mindset, you are taking responsibility for what happens in your life.
And that's the key. The key word is responsibility. Take responsibility of everything that you do in life. If you feel that your life is going in the on the negative, take responsibility and find some answers. Read books. Go on YouTube. Like just on YouTube, if you don't like to read, on YouTube itself, you have like you can learn so much. Like everything I have learned, I learned on YouTube. I didn't maybe read so much book at the first beginning. There are like so many different ways that you can acquire those kind of knowledge
Which
to
is
be at this
fantastic.
level of awareness.
So you change your mindset and outcomes started
And becomes
changing.
a habit. And this is the key.
That's right,
Yeah.
because a positive mindset is also a habit. Except, yes, 37 years, 20 years, 58 years, regardless, you've built
Repeating the
those
same every
habits
single day.
and now you're changing the habits.
True. One by one. I'm still
One
like
by
I
one.
know my mindset's still like full of so many things maybe I didn't discover yet, but I'm like unwrapping all those layers one by one.
All right. I'm just checking to see if we have any um, change your
Comments.
mindset. Hold on a second. Okay. So I was checking to make sure that I didn't miss any um, questions or comments. Now, you know that you're always welcome to send us questions, comments for further clarification. If you like to surround yourself with more positive minds, join the group Flourish with Floria. It's a private group, so send me a request, please, so that you can join this amazing group. George is also in the group, and we are going to have lots of fun, and we have fun every day. And I was just thinking, wow, it's even only day 3, and I'm having so much fun because I'm constantly writing positive, I am sharing positive, I am speaking positive.
And
So
this is a key. It's not only about
exactly.
the client, it's about you, it's about me. When I teach, it's about me first, and then the people
Yes,
that I'm sharing with.
that's right. So I am thinking, boy, somebody said to me, how are you? I said, I'm really awesome. They said, Floria, even for you, that's too much. I said, no, really, because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And they said, oh boy, this is really so much. So it's consistently building that momentum and a momentum of positivity. And everybody says, hey, surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah,
So here is
but
your
practice
chance.
it yourself first, and this is what you're doing in the group.
Yes, and here is your chance to surround yourself with positive minds where in the group we share, we celebrate, and we move from there. George, I know you and I could talk for at least a couple of more hours here. So feel free to share any comments, questions. Feel free to share this video with others because mindset and positive mindset is also a habit that we have the power. Yes, you have the power to build this habit. Just like George, just like me, we have the power, and self awareness is the foundation. Absolutely. So, we'll continue these authentic conversations more. But for today, I will. We will bid you farewell. So long until see you again soon. Join the group Flourish with Floria, and thank you so much, George, for taking the time
My
to
pleasure.
share
Very
your
happy to be here.
story. And it's so much fun. We were having so much fun just while we were waiting, and we were laughing. And this is my first time having a guest on live stream. So thank you for your patience, bearing with me as I am learning these technologies. So
Pleasure.
I love hearing from you. Share the video and see you next time. Thanks so much, George.
Thank you so much.